Greetings once again. We are en route to the base of Rattlesnake Ledge Cliff. In previous videos, I have scrambled around various parts of the cliff trying to get to the part of the cliff that is directly below the main prominence. Prominence? Prominence? Something. The prominent feature, what I call Plebe Central, where I hope to find numerous objects, but most likely I'm going to find trash. Today I'm bringing along my somewhat trusty canine companion, Momo. As you can see, she's a puller. She just wants to pull, annoyingly, sapping my energy before I've even made it to the trail. Today's weather report, it's slightly muggy. It's about 51% humidity, fairly clear. There's some low roving scud up there. Not really scud, just some puffety clouds. If you're wearing a fur coat, it might be a bit much. And this is what we're looking at today. We've got this nice little breeze. The leaves are flipping around. I can spot at least one person up there on the outcropping, and it gives you a good idea how high up we're gonna go. Not incredibly high, basically up to this lower tree line here. Just below those trees is a large boulder, so we're gonna aim for that today. In previous videos, we got down to this left side, the southernmost part of the cliff, the bottom part. It's not hard to get there or anything. It's not technical. You do run the risk of injuring your hiking pals with falling, trundle and setting loose rocks and so forth. There's a couple different lower ledges. We're not going to go up there. We don't have safety equipment for it. There is a tree line. It's beyond these things. These are closer up in the foreground. There is a tree line, and I believe I have relocated a pretty old path. It's not well defined. It's not often used. I was on it maybe 10 years ago. I got part the way up, didn't see any ribbons, wasn't cleared out, not even a deer trail to speak of. It terminates somewhere right about there, and I just kind of ran out of steam, so I didn't really finish the job. So I'm gonna try to head up there and see if we can't find some, maybe at least do some trash pickup. I got a big hefty bag, and I got some pink ribbon that I salvaged off the ground from this whole, closing of the park situation. I'm already overheating though. This is a bad day to wear pants. We're gonna try a new way up today. Usually we've been just walking around that fence. Closed to hiking. Please follow social distancing guidelines. We're gonna take a socially distant alternative route up today, and I'm gonna have to bushwhack a little bit and clean up a trail that's been abandoned. But it's a good one, and it's a shortcut from my neighborhood into the COVID quarantine poison danger zone. We've been working up this service road up to the upper reservoir. This is probably the highest reservoir in the Salal water system, which supplies water to various neighborhoods in North Bend, including mine, which they are now, poisoning with chlorine. Thank you very much, due to most likely livestock runoff, but I won't get into that today. Fairly isolated. There's a Omni up top, and that guy's communicating with the Yagi down at the pump station that I've shown in previous videos. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it's pretty obvious what's going on. So there's that. That's cool. Over here to the left is Ye Old Trail shortcut up to the Rattlesnake Ledge Trail. And you can see there's a deer trail there. There's a deer trail here. This is actually the one we want. It's completely overgrown. Nobody's been on it in months, perhaps even years, because our friendly neighbors down the street built a house on the cut-through point, and we're no longer permitted to take this path anymore. Not that this is their property, but it negates the usage of it, because we can't take a cut through the empty lot that is no longer empty. So you get the idea. Anyways, up here, you're not going to be able to see it. I can kind of see it through the trees, but the prominence is the main ledge is there, and then we've got the east peak over here, and we're just going to cut through and be back on the highway proper, probably within about 10 minutes. it's not even, I don't know, it's maybe 100 yards, if that, to get over. And this is also here, it's slope. So we could bushwhack up and go to the left and hit our mark that way. But that's really, as far as I know, there's no trail whatsoever. I've explored a little bit and I'm not into it today. Gonna take the easy way out. We're making slow progress clearing out this deer trail. This is what we've been looking at, just barely the scantiest of indications of a trail. Off in this direction, I can hear the voices of some hikers, some people that, just like me, are going against the hiking embargo. I'm gonna cut off a little bit of ribbon here and at least hang one right here, just as a courtesy. It's not that I need it, because I can see, and I've been on this thing for years. It's always good to help out the next person so they don't wander off, into this. It's surprisingly dangerous, even though it's backed by an entire neighborhood. If anything, just things happen. Things happen. Yes, you magnificent beast. So there's my marker. That's the only one I need to hang back here because I can literally hear people talking as they round the first major switchback right over there. It's probably 50 yards away. Well, I reckon it took me about an hour to clear that 100-yard trail from the water tank up to Rattlesnake Ledge trail proper. And the dog actually helped out a little bit with scouting out easier paths. So I got it going down here. I hung a ribbon deeper in, so you gotta know that this is here. I don't want to really advertise it too much with a ribbon right here. If you're taking notes, this is the first major switchback up the mountain, and it's got this spot where people like to go to the bathroom and dump their trash, as you can see. So, good old Rattlesnake Ledge, Seattle's most dangerous hike, and it's essentially become a city park at this point. And these flies are just incessant. The birds, I don't know why the birds aren't in here en masse and just killing these things off. There's a little chickadee over here. Maybe we can get close. You're a smart bird. Stay away from humans. So, there you have it. Took about an hour and we got our shortcut rebuilt. I don't know, I'm just moving a little slower today. There's that telltale pink ribbon tied to the tree at the, I think this is the 0.5 mark, triangular indicator. As I recall, last week, I think I went up right there and up. So this is the spot because there's a massive boulder up there and we need to go to the right because the cliff proper, the tallest point of the prominence is yonder direction. So we need to go up this, and then if and when we hit that boulder, we go to the right. That's my plan. Either way, that's the idea. It's not that far up, but it's, it just took me an hour just to bushwhack through similar territory, and I don't think I'm going to do as good a job. I'm just going to kind of go for it and tie a couple ribbons around the old oak tree once I get up there. We'll see how it goes. Well, I saw a couple of ribbons laying around on the ground and stuff. So I just tied this one up as high as I could, kind of at this, it's not even a switchback, but it kind of jogs through these rocks, and I don't know, we're about 100 feet over the trail proper. I'm pretty sure I have not been on this, but it goes up, there's a chain around that tree. How about that? Yeah, I would have noticed that, I think. Reflectors, so that's promising. Well, this is definitely the right way. This trail, I'd have to say, is well established. It's not well loved or anything. And there's the rock face, and we're considerably further down from where Nari-chan and I popped out. I think we were down there somewhere. Now we're directly underneath the main cliff area. There's the giant boulder I spoke of earlier. I'm pretty sure the other trail, the other day I came up and just ran out of gas and decided to ixnay that. But there's another tree harness up there, wrapped around there, reflectors. I've seen a couple more ribbons, so this is definitely one of SNR's routes. I wonder if you can really appreciate just how incredible this cliff is. It's a real life cliff, it goes straight up. We're on essentially what looks to be a 45-degree angle slope going up to it, and that's all the downhill territory that we've trundled up, and we're basically there. I'm proceeding very, very carefully. That last video, we were way down there, so this is cool. This is where I wanted to be all along when I started this entire project. This is basically it. So it begins. What are we drinking today? Bud Light. That's quality. Great way to reward yourself. This Bud's for you. If you died on this mountain and this was kind of the last thing you did, this Bud's for you, my friend. But if you're just the regular riffraff that come up here, go fuck yourself. Here's another quality beverage. The Smirnoff Ice Original Natural Lemon Lime Flavor Premium Malt Beverage. With natural flavors, I'm sure that's pretty refreshing stuff. Unfortunately, the bag I brought up is such a piece of junk that I'm not going to put any broken glass into it. So it's going to have to remain here as a testament to the idiotic behavior. Let's see what this is though. There's a lot of just random crap you're going to find up here. Here's an old, look at this. Here's an old leash. Oh, it's a chain. It's an old dog chain. Yeah, might as well get it off the mountain. Pull that down. I see a bottle over there. There's a trail through there. I know there might be a trail right there. Rock face right there. And here we are. We're underneath the cliff. I'm not right up against it yet. And, my chances are good of not getting hit by upper trundle, people kicking things off and whatnot. You'd really have to huck your beer bottle pretty far to even get it down here. I'm surprised I found that one beer bottle intact. Like, how did that even happen? That's strange. Maybe somebody hiked up where I'm at and they just guzzled it. The other thing I want to find around here is the interpretive sign. I recall seeing it years ago. Somehow I stumbled into it. It's up here somewhere and it's big. It'd be hard to miss. And it's, laminated bullshit on a metal frame. So it's gotta be here somewhere. I think Nari and I were way back. We're even farther down. So pretty cool spot though. It's magical. It's powerful, I should say. I can see trash clinging to various pieces of foliage up there. The camera can't pick it up, but there's all kinds of stuff just hanging on for dear life. It's Guayaki yerba mate. Quality crapola. I can hear voices. I can hear people laughing. There's a trail. Pretty sketchy cliffside trail here. Look at this. That's red color rocket. Pretty cool thing to do. Come up here and shoot bottle rockets off. Now, where in the hell do you think that interpretive sign ended up? No idea. Personally, I don't know. I'm not sure where to look. I might walk down there. There's some trash too. So we'll do a little trash pickup. But then I want to get the hell out of here. There's a lot of just loose stuff just ready to come crashing down. And that's not my favorite. Well, that's the southern part of this cliff, looking straight up, and then over that direction, I'm estimating that God damn these flies, that the actual peak, the proper prominence it's actually higher, it's up above that even. This is just a ledge, one of many, that we won't be going on this video. And we know that if we follow this trail, it gets pretty bad over there without ropes. I'm not interested. Come here. Hey, come here. Don't go over there. All right. And where's the interpretive sign? This is big rectangular thing. That looks like a rock though. Not really sure. Haven't seen anything good down here. I mean, man-made good. Like transistor radio would be pretty cool to find. Maybe a nice REI jacket. That might be sweet. A purse, a wallet. All that stuff is probably higher up. When it falls, it probably doesn't bounce too far. It probably bounces, and if you're lucky, it might land on this thing. There's probably a bunch of stuff up there. But you really gotta huck it. I think this is what the beer bottle crew is doing. They come up here and throw a half rack off the side because they can. It's the only thing they're able to do in life. That's to be expected. I'm gonna go back that way, I think. I'll go up here for just a little bit farther, but I don't want to. There's nothing over here but death and destruction. We are walking along this trail. And the sound of two-stroke engines not far in the distance. You gotta wonder, you look at these rocks down here, how long have they been sitting there? And how often do they just go cracking off the side? I mean, like, I'm right under this, and I can see plenty of stuff that's gonna fall on my head. Eventually, if I stood here long enough. There's a bottle down there. I can't get to it. I'm gonna get out of here. At least go this way. I don't think I'm far enough along this trail though. What is that? I need to be over there. And I don't like the looks of this at all. I mean, do you? I don't. Just hugging the edge of this thing. Fuck. I mean, look at this. How'd you like to get hit in the head with that? It's a treated 4x4. kind of recent. Wonder what sign was destroyed to make this happen. This is such a sketchy little spot. This is just crazy in here, crazy. Finally, something like remotely interesting found. You know, it's like a shitty, it's a Nikon, it's not a matte box, but it's like a matte ring or whatever. 4x4 treated lumber. I wonder, what in the hell? That sign has got to be around here somewhere. But you can see the situation here is, it's just bad. We're just crawling around on our hands and knees pretty much. This, you know, not extremely interesting. I found a bunch more plastic bottles, big. Here's one shining right here. So this is a spot where stuff just likes to roll and tumble. Now this has just been ridiculous. Look up there at all the mosquitoes and bugs floating around in the sun right there. This rock seems much more solid. I mean, you know, I don't trust any of it. I'm sure that the peak is up above that. I've found very few interesting things, but most of what I found that's interesting has been right here in this spot. I found a pen. I don't know how a pen made it that far. And that Nikon matte ring. Yeah, you know, let's throw it in the box. You can see this cliff. It's pretty amazing right here. And this part of the rock is so smooth. It's kind of shaly though. It's got this thin stuff that's breaking off. And if we keep going up this way, we're gonna end up kind of in a spot. We'll be in the ravine between the two peaks, and it's not really passable as far as I know, not easily. I might go up a little higher just to see up here and then call it a day and come back down this way. But man, this sucks through here. It needs to get more overgrown, or it needs to be cleaned out, or something needs to happen. It's fairly impassable, and it just makes me mad trying to get through it. Just angry hiking. Well, we climbed up to this outcropping, and we've sort of traversed beyond what I assume is the apparent peak of the mountain. And I got up here and I looked over to the right, and what should I see? A broken hunting knife. And it's, you know, it's not in good shape, and it's I think somebody else left it here as well, and I'm gonna do the same. It's a testament to the crap that falls off this mountain. But here we are. Come here. Get over here. We're not going that way. But since I'm standing here, I'm gonna see. Check this out. Stay down there. It's the same view you would expect. I guess we're up on this little ledge that I swore I'd never go on. Somehow I got up on top of it. I wouldn't want to be under that when that thing gives away. And not precisely sure, but here's a good landmark. When we get down lower, maybe when we get across the lake, we can look. That tree is very prominent sitting there. Look at this. This is the problem. You've got a dog that just won't hold still. Sit down. Sit. And this is another view of Rattlesnake that most people aren't going to see unless they're falling from up there, or they've fallen and they're dying and they're looking up. And it's the last thing they see is this. Well, I'm sorry, but it is dangerous up here. Let's wander down this way a little bit. I ditched the trash bag just for a sec. I want to just walk free form up here. Just check it out. Came up here a long time ago. I do recall this part of the trail, and it's full of all kinds of little death traps and pitfalls. Very windy right here. Very, very windy. And no reason to go down there. That's the gully. I've been down there. It sucks because you get up to a certain point. You gotta put your life on the line just to get up that. So sure feels good though. Doesn't it feel nice? Yeah. Here, drink some water. There you go. That's just how we got to do it today. Cool off. There you go. Well, I mean, I'm digging the view though. I mean, I know it's not as high as you can get, but there's something pretty great about all this really tightly cropped ground covering. I don't know what it is. It's like a really tiny leaf heather, or is that what it is? It's got these red berries on them. Let's see if I can get a shot of these berries. So it's this stuff, and it's growing all over the place up here. It doesn't grow down below at all whatsoever. But as soon as you hit about, what are we at? We're at 15. I think we're at 1500. Cedar Butte's 15, and this glacial moraine's about glacial moraine, Lorraine, whatever. And there you go. That's heaven up there. Look at it. It's beautiful. Just gorgeous. Amazing. What do you think? Should we get out of here? It's been a bit of a morning, hasn't it? Yeah. Just glistening with sweat. You magnificent beast. You prehistoric mongrel. Yeah. It feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. It feels good to be in the wind. I can't believe I went down there from up here once. I think that trail, there is some kind of trail. Hell, if I want to go down there alone, no way. Forget it. My mom is watching. She's gonna be pissed. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to get in trouble with my mom. It's time to get off this thing. It's time for you to get off this thing too. Yeah, you're sleepy. That was a lot of work. So it's amazing how fast the sun creeps over the edge of that cliff, because when I got up here, this was all in sun not more than 15 minutes ago, and it's just on the edge of the shade now. Beautiful alpine trail, gently used by very few people, and this trail, it looks pretty scary, but that's what I came up, so we're going to be very careful going down. Look at how eroded and smooth and sloped that is. I think this gets a lot of, geologically, this has been getting smoothed down by water for some time right here. I know that this whole cut, apparently, this valley over here that cuts through here was created by, somewhat rapid melt-off by glacial stuff, hence all of the glacial moraine. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that word right, but it basically bulldozed a whole lot of gravel around and made all these plateaus. You can see them, and you can see where the various rivers and things have carved a path, and apparently this is what it says on Wikipedia. This is a huge outflow of water through here. So this, I don't know. It's interesting. It's dangerous to be here though. This stuff's just crumbling apart. All kinds of potential to get pegged in the head. Look at the stuff over here. Just waiting, the slightest wrong whisper of Well, we're back down on the main highway here. It's not that long to get up or down, but it can be a bit frustrating just because the ground is shifting and you try not to kick rocks loose and they want to go. And my trash bag disintegrated, so the trash started falling out at the top, which sucks because, that stupid chain fell out and everything. I crammed it all back in there, but there's like trash that I'm seeing now, and I gotta let it go. I can't. Bag is completely hooped, and my dumb backpack's only yay big, so just kind of, that part was frustrating, and you're hiking around with a dog who is not super smart, not very reliable, but you're a magnificent beast, I'll give you that. She's like, to hell with this, I'm not coming back up here again. I don't blame you, but you saw some stuff that a lot of dogs don't see, you understand? Yeah, you ate the bugs, you sniffed the ferns. All the ferns are casting off the fine golden pollen. It is thick. It is like a fog. When you bump into one and breathe it in, it's like, Anyways, succeeded in part of this adventure, which was to get to the other part of the cliff, the base of Rattlesnakes. Did not find the interpretive sign and just kind of lost interest in the whole endeavor. Maybe someday, it's good to have not everything all figured out. You can go back and maybe I'll find it later. And honestly, I don't really care. It's just kind of something to do, really. But we popped out within 6 feet of that pink ribbon, so we went up and down the same trail. Life's good that way. And we're gonna get off this thing. I'm all dusty and gross. There's a Huey off in the distance. It might be King County. They operate a Huey out of BFI. Can't get a visual on it yet. Forest Service also has a couple of them for bucket helicopter firefighting. Somewhere on my channel there's a nice shot of that helicopter pulling water out of the Middle Fork. Look at this. It can't be more than like maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and it's absolutely dark here. Look at this. Maybe it's later than I thought. I might have been out longer. I'm not sure. I swear to God. Like, what does it take, people? What does it take? This isn't even, you didn't even try to, imagine how much of this stuff is just 5 feet off trail. Whoever makes this bag, too, ought to be like the marketing department and the engineers. Sure, it's not the engineers' fault, right? Marketing made them do this. Look at this piece of shit. Oh, yeah. It's the one I saved from earlier. I got a fair amount of trash off the mountain today. I don't know if it's worth risking your life to do this kind of work. I would say no. But if you're there, might as well. I don't know who makes this app. Embarrassing. I'm going to embarrass the company that makes this and sells this product. I'll find out who they are because it's pathetic. But we're going to leave the trail proper and head back to our neck of the woods. Already, you see all that? Look at that. It's inundated. Yeah. I bet you want to eat all that. You want to eat all that up? You want to eat all that up? Eat that up. What a good dog. I did pretty good today. I don't think I'm going to take her on these hikes, though, that have cliffs and things. She doesn't obey. But I feel like we squeaked by. We got off that thing without any injuries, or I got a blister on my bloody finger. Feeling good now? Yeah? The mountain decides who gets to leave, basically. That's how I see it. Most of the time, everybody gets to leave. But every now and then, it doesn't matter whether you're doing good or bad or just unlucky. The mountain has decided you will not leave. We're just sitting here in the shade underneath the water tower. It's quite pleasant. Back here on this back road, I got this bag of trash. It's barely holding together. You got 240 volts of electricity up here. It looks like a 240 120 box. What to power the pump and the radio transmitter. That's about it. I'm spent. This is a really nice time to be littering. Early afternoon, dappled sunlight. We're in the shade. September 1st, 2020. Deep in it. Well, we might get a shot of this helicopter. Hard to tell. It didn't look like King County police livery with their, they usually run the green. I think that was a Bell Jet Ranger. It wasn't a Huey. I think that was a bit much for you today. You look like you've had it. I bet your paws are sore. I'm gonna give you a break. A month-long hiking break. And let all your little moving parts heal up. As for myself, I feel pretty good. I've been hiking all month of August. I've been up Rattlesnake 4 different ways in the past week and a half. Each route I've documented on video. I've had a few guests guest hikers. It's been good. But I think it's time to do something else now. What remains to be seen. Hey, thanks for watching.